All right, my friends, we are back with episode 2. Today we are talking about floors and ceilings. What do we mean by it? A floor and a ceiling. So for me, that is your absolute bare minimum requirement for a day and your absolute ideal for a day. In regards to, it could be anything. Me being the personal trainer, let's talk fitness. Okay? So for me, my ideal day is 60 to 90 minutes of purposeful movement, planned movement to keep me on track towards moving to my goals, things that I have ambitions for, and maintaining my current level of ability and functionality, etc., etc. My absolute floor, non negotiable, I need at least 20 minutes of, again, purposeful movement with intensity. Whether that means I'm hitting the weights or able to get to a gym or my gym, if it means doing 20 minutes of high intensity body weight squats, push ups, lunges, sprints, whatever it is, I don't care what's happening in the day, what sort of emergency, what sort of unplanned, expected, or crazy life event happened otherwise, I have to get my 20 minutes non negotiable. It's a lot for my mental well being and my mental health, but also because I hold myself to a standard that I'm not willing to accept anything less than that. So that is my floor, that is my ceiling. It could be something as simple as making money, right? Maybe your ideal day making money is I need to make $1,000 today. I would love that too. My absolute floor is $200 today. I can't make less than $200. That's what I need to pay for my life, to pay my bills, get through, and have a little money in the bank. But ideally, I'd like to make X amount because that's going to make things a lot better for me, right? So if you don't have any sort of target or you don't have any sort of aim, how do you know if you're actually hitting the mark or if you're making progress, right? When we fail to have a plan, we kind of plan to fail. And if you're not targeting anything or setting any expectations on anything, how do you know if you're advancing? Right. So again, living with no plan except for to get to tomorrow, is that a plan at all? Or what does that look like? What does that look like for you in 5 years or 10 years? Or how's your retirement looking? Are these things you've ever asked yourself? If not, why not? If you're not looking out for you, then who is? Would you in 5 years from now be looking back and want to high five you? Just a crisp bam, thank you for doing this and setting me up. Or would they want to high five you with a chair to the face? Right? Maybe you screwed them over. Maybe you could have done much more and put them in a better position, and they're looking back at you with discontent like, you piece of crap. You chose to take those days off. You chose to take the easy route. You chose to coast. Why didn't you strap up your shoes a little bit tighter, do a little bit more work? Now I'm older, now I'm more tired, and now this shit is harder for me because you phoned it in, right? Who knows? Maybe that's a little bit extreme, but let's put it in perspective. If you're not going to do it now, and that's the standard and the precedent you're setting, do you think you're going to do it later when, again, you're older, you're tired, you're more burnt out, you maybe have kids, you have different responsibilities? Who knows what's happened, right? So if not now, then when? I think it's time we all start to lock in a little bit. What do I mean by that? I mean, we need to hold ourselves accountable to a higher standard to some extent. This is what's going to cause a level up in not only yourself, but the people around you, and then indirectly society, right? Just today, a friend to me said, with high tides, all ships rise. And why wouldn't we want to do that? If everybody is elevating and everybody is getting more and things are getting better all around, that sounds pretty ideal, right? So why not? Not too long ago, what was considered kind of the bare minimum, or like this is just what we're going to accept, even though we kind of want more, that was it. It was the bare minimum. It was acceptable, right? Those standards now today, if you're doing what was then the bare minimum or what was acceptable, by today's standards, you're exceptional. You're overachieving. You're going so far above and beyond. Why have we let ourselves fall so far? And why aren't we asking ourselves for more? Is it because nobody else is doing it, so you've become complacent and you don't think you have to do it either? That's not going to hold up to the whole high tides, everybody's ship rises sort of thing, right? So at the end of the day, I think we should all want the same thing, whether we're parents or not, whether we're building a family, whether we're just doing our own thing, legacy, whatever you want to call it. We should all want to leave this place a little bit better for those that come after. And if we all adopt that mentality, I think everything just gets better. So why, again, don't we want to level up or challenge ourselves even further? Set those standards, have those goals, challenge yourself, challenge the people around you. If we all start to implement these simple strategies, then the world becomes a better place. But it starts with you, it starts with me, and it starts with everybody around us. So I think it's time that we take back our power and start that climb. So I would invite you to sit with yourself just for a second. I know it's scary. Look inside that deep soul, okay? And ask yourself those questions. What is your floor and what is your ceiling? What are you willing to accept and what are you going to challenge yourself with? What will you be able to accomplish if you start asking these questions and setting those standards for yourself? Anything is possible, right? But again, it starts with you and you have to do the work. You've got to look inside and you've got to challenge yourself. Ask your spouse this question, okay? See what their answer is. See if it causes any level of discomfort because, looking inside is always scary. We don't want to take those masks off and we don't want to address ourselves and our own insecurities or things we're not content with. It's better if you just sweep it under the rug and don't worry about it and just do what makes you feel good and numb that voice inside again, right? I know. But if we all start to do that and ask the people around us to do it, I think everything just starts to improve and things start to get better again. So let me know how you plan to employ these strategies or how you intend to go about adopting this philosophy even a little bit. Let me know in the comments, send me messages on my socials, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm open to everything. I will respond to everything. Again, let me know in the future, stuff you'd like to hear covered, topics you might want information on, whatever. I'm open to anything here, any sort of communication, any sort of interaction. Bring it on. Okay? So as usual, everyone, I want to thank you for being here and choosing to spend some time with me. Please don't forget to do all those things. Subscribe, like, comment, share. That way we can grow this channel. This voice can be louder. We can spread to more people. We can cause more influence. We can cause the world to think, to grow, to challenge, to evolve. Man, it sounds glorious. Please, please, please do these things. Help us grow this community, help us evolve, and create an even bigger impact. Until next time, my friends, stay glorious.